The day that Tristan and I toured the facility, it was a really special and tender day for us. We walked in the door, and I just remember it feeling like a big hug when we walked in. And it's something that we hadn't felt for the last 4 to 6 weeks when Tristan's dad passed away.
A lot of times children, when something so traumatic has happened to them, such as a death, at their cognitive level, they don't understand what they're feeling. And at our age and our stage of development, we're trying to understand the death. But imagine a child. And so I always say there's just a bunch of scribbles. And so what we help them do is identify those scribbles and get it out.
And as the counselor and I spoke, I turned away from watching him. And then just a few minutes later, I looked back, and there was a mom and a son figurine standing upright, and there was a dad laying on the sand. And I watched his sweet, tender hands reach over and touch the dad figurine and push him in the ground, in the sand. And that's when I knew that this was a space and this was a place where my son could use his voice and he could heal. We all could heal.
When people walk through the front door here, they are in such a fragile and vulnerable state. They're in sometimes their darkest of times. And so what we hope to do here is not to fix anything for them, because nothing is going to make this better. But what we hope to do is to walk with them on that journey of healing and through their grief, to help them heal, to help them feel less alone.
And because we have the Children's Bereavement Center in San Antonio, no child here has to travel that difficult journey of grief alone. We've received so much, so graciously, and we need that to continue, because death will continue to happen, and there'll be more children this year. There will be more children next year. We want to be prepared. We can't turn children away.
I think the Bereavement Center does a wonderful job in bringing children together so that they see other children that are grieving as well. And it's so important in the process to feel that you're not alone. So I think that's one of the really big values the Bereavement Center brings to the community.
I just talked to this kid, and he was really sad because his mom died. So then I went over to him and talked to him. And when we were talking, I decided to share my story. So then it made him feel a lot better.
The Children's Bereavement Center is a place that provides hope and healing. It's a safe place for my son to be able to grieve his father. We've grown so much in such a short period of time, and I've seen my son become so brave here. The Children's Bereavement Center has provided that for my son. And I truly believe that he is walking this really hard, really tough journey. But with the help of the amazing staff at the Children's Bereavement Center, wholeness and healing are attainable.